And I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so we're doing the same thing we were before, kind of. Yeah, I didn't really do too much, but now we've got this. I kind of messed with it a little bit and got it working where I think that looks a little bit better, a little more what I was trying to do in the first place. And now I should be able to move the transform back. Whoa, there we go. Right there, okay. Now what I want to do is start getting the actual thing working. So we're going to have a pointer that basically travels around it based on your input. It's going to capture input, and then it aims for you, and then you can hit shoot, and you can shoot stuff. So in order to do that, we're going to need a pointer. For right now, I'm going to go ahead and add a sprite node, and we'll call this pointer, as you can imagine. I'm going to change this already var here to pointer right there. Beautiful. Yeah, that's good. Okay. And then we got this. That's all good. And then we got input vector 0. And essentially what we're going to do is we're going to have this pointer travel around the circle here. Yeah. Oh, hey, Bean Bean, you can come up. You can come up. Okay. 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 Hopefully this stream should be a long one. I think I'm gonna like rip this one till probably like 5. So we'll see. I mean, if you're watching this, post tense, you can tell me if I was an idiot or not. Okay. So I'm not gonna run this, but if we undo this, so we got if pointer position desired dot distance to position is greater than base boundary, pointer dot set position. Interesting. Position dot direction to pointer position desired times base boundary plus pointer dot position. Okay, time to figure out what that means because I basically copied and pasted this code. I don't know if I did it correctly. So pointer dot position desired, that is what we're going to calculate. That's basically going to be our input vector. Well, so let's calculate our input vector here. I'm going to use a lot of what I did right here. Oopsies, whatever I did there. Okay, then we're going to snag right in here. Input vector dot x equals this. Input vector dot y equals this. Okay, and this is going to be ui. Is it up? Yeah, minus. Well. Okay, so down is positive. So up, I'm sorry, up, yes, up is negative, down is positive. So we'd want this to be 0 if we're holding both, negative if we're holding down. I'm sorry. So, fuck. Yeah, Matt's a little beat, but so I'm trying to think because. Okay, so in Godot, down is positive, up is negative, right? So we want this to be equal to 0 if we're pressing both. So that would mean we need a positive, no, negative, minus positive? No, that would both be fucked. I might have to cheat a little bit here. I'm going to just look at my old code. I don't want to figure this out right now. So I'm going to go to, oh, it's messed up in Black Body Project though. Fishball, no, game off game jam. Nope. Well, I know it's the opposite of whatever I did here. So go here, Black Body Godot files, playership, and open the text edit. Okay. Link movement, input vector dot y. So here we go. And yeah, up minus down. Okay. There we go. Okay. All right. Input vector equals that. So yeah, we're up, not minus left, but minus down. Okay. And then what I would like, I don't want to rotate by rotation. at least quite yet. I might do that, I don't know. I still haven't made the actual pointer for this. This is just going to be controlling. So I want to do print input vector. Okay, and then do this. Oh, we're not calling this function in the physics process yet, though. I should probably rename this function. Pointing. All right, cool. Now let's do this. Y. Non-existent function distance to and base int. Oh yes, can't do this quite yet. Okay. Okay, to the right, we get 1. To the left, we get -1 on the x. +1 on the up. -1 on the down. So that's not what we want. So this should be down. This should be up. Okay. Okay, and then up, -1, down, +1. If we hold both of these guys, we get something like that, which is nice. Yeah, beautiful. So that would be going to one corner or the other. So this should be both positive, right? Yep. Cool. That's all good stuff. So basically what that's doing is that's calculating the direction in which we'd want it to point, and then it's going to give us 8 total directions, which we can make the pointer. 10 squared, 6 squared. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of low-key, high-key like math. I didn't like calculus, but I liked, actually I did like calculus. I didn't like it when I took it in school because the teachers at school freaking suck. But I took a Khan Academy calculus course on my own, so that way I could learn how to code neural networks. I gave up on it, but not because it was too hard, just because I got bored. And it was actually cool when you learn it from someone who's good at teaching it. You know what I mean? When the math teachers at college are so awful, it's unbelievable how bad they are, and they're paid like 6-figure salaries, and they're garbage. But anyway, so here's that. So we want to get this pointer, which doesn't currently exist. We need to give it right now. I'm just going to give it I'm going to give it the Godot texture in classic Godot form here. And, well, let's see. I'll put it right here. It doesn't really matter. Ideally, it's going to go like somewhere about right there. And then, yeah. Okay, so like if you point, up and to the right, then it will be pointed here, and then you can shoot this way, that way. So now we've got this. Now, what we'd like to do, I actually don't think we're going to use that, but I know how to do that if I need to. Pointer.position desired. So this is giving us the direction, but not the position. The position is going to be, why does my voice keep cracking? The position is going to be, we need to figure out what the width of this is, right? I believe. We might not even need this. Because if we set it equal instead of plus equals, we might not even need any of this. So equals input vector times, and then the distance between this and wherever we want it. So like right here, which is 200 times 200. Okay, so var pointer position desired equals this. And then we might not even need to make this a variable, because we should be able to go pointer dot, we'll just do position equals pointer position desired. Check this out. Did I just freaking do it, you guys? No way. No freaking way, dude. I think I just did it. Okay, let's see. Interesting. So that's most of the problem right there. Yeah, That's... I thought that would be so much harder, and I didn't even have to use old code, which makes me happy. And then I don't think we're gonna need the pointer position desired. I might be confused, but I think we can just do this and then get rid of this. Okay, and then we'll do that just like that. So yeah, in case anyone's wondered, that's how I will do that, and you can go ahead and steeze that for your own doings. No, we needed that. Oh, I was creating that variable in here. Yeah, that's stupid. Stupid as hell. That's stupid as hell. Okay. Okay, so cool. So this works, and that will get us a pointer where we want it, but I also want it to rotate the pointer in this direction. And I think there actually is a rotate. I think it's a vector 2. Yeah, I think it's that. Click on this. Returns the vector rotated by phi radians. See also slurp. Okay, that's interesting. But that's not what we're looking for. Let's see. Godot rotate towards normalized vector. I think I remember that there is a very simple, like, that wasn't a stutter, by the way, so I apologize for that. That was just me being weird. Make it snap. That is just because. So it's just by nature, right? So 200 is the position it will move to times the direction. So for instance, like the direction here, if I go up is right here. Why is it? Oh, I can't zoom. Okay, so if I go up, it's right here. Right is that way. Right is obviously to the right. And then we're saying, okay, how far to the right do you want it? And I'm saying 200. So it's going to snap to whatever this distance is from the center. So we're setting our position is going to equal that. And oh yes, and that is why, okay, there you go. We're going to say if pointer position, oh no, I'm sorry, if input vector, oh no, yeah, we want that here, does not equal vector2 dot 0, then we'll do that. And so, yeah. So now I should be able to do, yeah. So now, as you can see, when well, you can't see, but before, if I get rid of this and just run this, if I let go, it snaps back to the center, which is not what I want, right? I want if you let go for it to stay there, even though it's not a huge thing. All I got to do to do that is this. But I also do want to remember the last input vector pressed. So I think I'm gonna make a variable right here. Variable. Well, you know what? This could be a transient variable. We could actually do, I think, just do this and stick that right here, and say last input vector, which is going to equal vector2 dot 0. Wait, we'll do vector2 dot up. It doesn't really matter. I guess we should do up. Vector2 dot up. And we'll do that. So if you're pressing, do that. Else, oh no, you know what? I'm going to do this slightly differently. We're going to say that Yeah, if input vector equals vector dot 0, then we're going to say input vector equals, no, we got to do it differently. Do it this way. Okay, so if it does not equal this, and then we're going to say last input vector equals input vector. And so what this is doing is that we're saving every physics frame this the input vector in this variable. So then if you stop pressing this, right, the input vector will equal 0, but our last input vector will not equal 0. So then we can say else, so i.e. that the input vector now does equal 0. We don't want it to ever equal 0. We want our pointer position to equal our last input vector, like that. Cool, 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 cool. Now, yes, it was... That's weird. It snaps perfectly there, but if I do this, that doesn't work. Was that working before I did this? No, same deal, which is weird to me. I'd like to print last input vector, do that. That's super weird, dude. If input vector, so here, let's do this. I want to do prints input vector last input vector. And then I'll do current. And then we'll do last. Okay, so current is that. Why would it reset those? What I don't get. Maybe I'm crazy. Text overload, that's okay. So that's working. That's so weird. How is that working like some of the time, but not all the time? Up, doop, 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 doop. You can see that, okay, so then I worked. And like clearly every single time I do this, the actual input vector is working. That literally makes 0 sense to me. You know what it might be? Okay, let's do this. Okay. Yep, there we go. Okay, that's what's happening. Sorry, that was a lot. But so essentially what's happening is that when I release the keys, it's releasing... I'm releasing one before the other, and thus it's snapping back to one of the right positions. You know what, this isn't, I don't think this is going to be a huge issue. I don't think the solution to this is simple by any means to fix that. And, yeah. Yep. Anyway, but we're using the last input vector because we're eventually going to say shoot, and if you're not holding down, I would still like you to be able to shoot. Okay, so we'll make a shoot function eventually. Shoot. Cool. So there's that. Now, so we've got the pointer. It's working just about how it should. I was thinking I might have it tween around, but I think that's just too much work. That might be some like finishing touches we do at the end to have it like smoothly transition over there. Oh yeah, we do want it to rotate though. So that was what I was trying to Google real quick. Solved rotate y basis to normalized vector. Oh, hell yeah, this is exactly what I'm looking for. But instead of taking a target position, it rotates to facing a normalized vector. Well, the vector 3, but it should work just fine. Got it. I was able to update the y and then basis.x. What's the transform here so I can know the x and z values without shearing or scaling? My head is swimming from Khan Academy. 3 blue and... Oh my god, he's doing calculus. That's what... 3 blue and brown is a calculus dude. That's what he's doing. And I can't find out how to do this simple transform. A helping hand would be thoroughly appreciated. Oh god, that's ugly. Align rotation with vector. Oh, wait. Can I do that? Can I just use look at? I might just be able to do look at. Okay, so then I could just do right here, pointer. If you don't know what look at is, it just makes whatever it is rotate to look at whatever you're doing. So it's your pointer dot look at. Well, actually, we should probably put this in here. Input vector, and then here we'll say pointer dot look at last input vector. Oh, you know why I think? Okay, let's do. So I think look at basically uses global, expected global coordinates. To global, transform the provided local position into a position in global coordinate space. Okay. Yeah. Applies rotation to the node in radians during its current position. Let's just take a look at rotated. Returns the vector rotated by 5 radians. We have to give radians in both of those. Oh, wait. That's, okay. Get underscore angle 2. This is what we're looking for, ladies and gentlemen, I think. Returns the angle between the node and the point in radians. I think that's it. Okay, so let's go back here. I think we might, okay, well, let's just try this. How does get underscore global? Or no, it's to global. How does to global work? Vector, to global, local point. Okay. Wait, what? Transfer the provided local position into a local position. Okay, I think you just do to global this, it does it in place. Yeah, I mean, we'll see in a second here. So if we go, so I don't think it's dot to global, is it? I think it says it's going vector 2. Yep. You put it in here. Okay, let's check that out. How does that work? Oh, that works. Except that I think it's doing the opposite of what we want. But that would be simple enough to fix. So I'm not going to do it the other way. I'm just going to do this. Okay. To underscore global. But I'm not really going to know, I guess, until... Nice. Yeah, so now it rotates to look at the center. Oh. I could have just, instead of look at the input vector, looked at the center of the object, because it's around the object. So like right now I'm having it look outside. So like in this position, it's looking away from, you know, exactly where I'm telling it to look at. But I could also just have it continually look at the center of this orb, right? And then if I do that, then I would just multiply the, the number that it returns after look at by -1, and it would just look the opposite direction. And so that would be pretty easy. But this works too. It works just fine, I think. I mean, I might have to multiply this by -1. We'll see. I think I'm going to quickly design the actual sprite for this. I've already opened up a little thing here. I was going to do this off camera, but it should be easy enough, and then I can show you guys like this program that I use called Affinity. It's really cheap. It's $25 for life, and it is so epic. I freaking love it. This is how I made all those things. But it makes them in vectors, which is nice because you can scale this to whatever resolution you want. But I want to open up file, open recent. This one. Because I'm going to do the same effect just with a cursor. Well, actually I've got a palette here. And this is from the game palette. And so I'm going to I'm going to click this first. Click that, and that's going to be, I don't want it to just be a basic triangle, obviously. Like, that's so boring, bro. Oh, thanks for the input, Dakilla. I actually do appreciate trying to get help, because I have been helped many times before by people in chat. Okay, so we got this triangle here, and I'll go ahead and hit Command Enter to make this curves. Now if I do this, I can make these points a little less sharp, because they're a little too sharp for me. At least in this game. We want them to maintain their shape, but, you know, not be really. If you wanna be my lover. Don't know where that came from. Okay, so then I'm basically, oh yeah, before I do this, I think I'm gonna change this a little bit. So if I go here and click on this, I can add new points. So for here, I'll try to locate the center. I'll add a new point, and then I can just move this point inward like that, to give it this kind of like cool, like super awesome look thing. And then we can do this, and that just makes that more of a curve there. Same deal, something like that. There you go. And then I was thinking, believe it or not, I was thinking, how do I find the middle of this freaking thing here? Maybe it'll help if I do the pen tool. It's not snapping. There's the middle. There we go. Hit A. There we go. Okay. And I was thinking I might do a little something like this to make it look kind of just cool. It's going to be almost star-like, but not quite like that. Okay. Then we'll hit the C button and do that. I love this software, dude. I love it. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is split it in half using a new one. This is the only thing I think is kind of weird, but I'm used to it by now. But in order to, we got to duplicate this. Then we transform, flip horizontal, boom, boom. Oh, they're not. They're overlapping slightly, which is not great. We want them not to be overlapping. There we go. Now if we click on both, click this, it merges them into one shape, which is our pointer. Okay. Now if we go to A and click this, as I expected, there's a hell of a lot of things up here. Kind of weird. We'll do that. Okay. And that looks good enough. I mean, I don't love how these are clearly not the same shape exactly, but here, let's give this a shot. There we go. Right, straight up. Okay. Hit the C tool. Rock the dance floor. Rock the dance floor. Shawty, I like it. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this the dirty way. So dirty. Okay, and that should be a nice curvy curve. Just make it by hand. That looks curvy. That looks curvy. Okay, that's sweet. So this is going to be our cursor here, I think. I think that looks good enough for me, good enough for government work, to be certain. I don't know. Krita. Dude, I very closely got into Krita, but I was like, it's probably just like Photoshop. So I was like, I'm over it. I just want to get this. This is like stupid easy to use. I love how dumb and easy this program is to use. I think that's not what I want to do. I hate doing it. Okay. Like this, and then, oh, are we on the wrong? Yes, we are. We're on the wrong tool. I should be able to grab this. Okay. So I think that was just a little too aggressive. I'm gonna make it perfect, but just to see, yeah, I think that's a little better. So I'm gonna do this again and split it in half. Well, here, well, actually no, it's too close to the center to not do this. I'm gonna center it. There we go. Subtract, duplicate, transform, flip horizontal, and there you go. There's our pointer. That looks good. That looks good to me. I like that. Okay, now I'm going to be copying this pattern on this thing. So we've got orange. That is weird how I did that, but I guess we'll stick with it. Like, you would think that it would go the lightest color, or this and then the lightest color, but I didn't do that for some reason. I think I should try and be consistent. So yeah, we'll make another one here, and then bring it in from the center. I don't know why that is not like perfectly centered to me. Doesn't look centered. That looks more centered to me. Okay. And usually I make the outside one the fattest by far. There we go. Okay. Another one. Another one. We should probably color that so I can see what the hell I'm doing. So yeah, I think it was the orange right after that. We can close this one. Yes, it was this orange color. I'll just delete that for right now. Okay. Now we do this. And then this color was the brightest white. Oopsies. And then again, we'll bring that in. Oopsies. Considerably. Try to make that look relatively centered. And then we'll make one more copy of that. Bring that one here, just like that. Try to center that by eye again. It's kind of a pain in the buttocks. What color did I use for that? I used the darkest. Makes sense, I guess. And then that actually looks pretty good at 0.2. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I wonder what strokes I used for this one. For that. 0.5. But this is obviously going to be a little bit smaller. So we'll see. This is 50 by 50 pixels. And it's just barely not there. But that's okay. That looks good to me. Then we've kept that at 0.2, which is interesting. I mean, maybe we'll make this a teensy bit smaller here. Yeah, something like that. And then we'll get it centered as we can. Uh-oh, I don't like that. I just noticed this. This kind of looks like it's rounded out here, which is weird. Is that just me? I hope that's just me. It's not, though. God damn it, Aaron. So now it's going to drive me nuts. Krita. Anybody else? Anybody else make a game in here? Yo, the killer. You have an itch, bro? Or where you putting out? You make any games? Got anything to show? Okay, let's do this. Do this, and then the V. And then, okay. I'm gonna want, I think this color. No, not this color. This color. Yes, yes. At least that's how I did this one. Okay, and then the next thing I did on these, or at least on the star, was to try and find, I'd like to find the center of this piece. I guess I'll just do my best. Or here, I guess I'll, in fact, not do my best, but do my worst. Let's grab this. Well, here, I'll do this. So if we grab this, I can do this, grab the pen tool, and then grab these points, then bring it to what I think looks like the center, which looks like about there to me. And then we can fix that as needed. I very much wish that I had done that, but I think I can do. There we go. Okay. And then so we'll move this to be on top here. I think these both need to go up a smidge to sell it, and then I think this needs to come down a smidge. Ooh, there's several. Yeah, who knows? Do our best there. Okay, and set this to 0.1. I want it to be nice and thin, not too ghastly. And we'll grab this curve. Problem starting from the center. Well, there's a lot of problems starting from the center, but go grab that here. And then we'll go to this. Well, I can do that probably. That works out quite nicely. There we go. There's that. Okay. Now we've got that, and then eventually that should look a little more 3D in a second. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and go to Layer, Expand Stroke, and this will make them shapes. Hey, what's up, Nova? This is going to be the pointer. Actually, I'll show you. So I just programmed this. This is like the power-up thing, and so where I have the Godot icon is the pointer. So you can point at, you know, where you want to shoot this thing. It's a little clunky. I'll probably make it smoother in the future. But anywho, the idea is that this will be that Godot icon in a sec. But I'm going to make it animate and do some cool stuff. But you got to do some weird things right now. Okay, so let's do this. Merge them together. Now they're one shape. I'm going to take the outer shape here. I'm going to copy it. Oh, I think I can just do... I think it's this. Why is it not working? That, right? Hell yeah, I think that worked. Hell yeah. Okay, and then whatever I did here, I think I just grabbed a darker color for those, just slightly, and then I did a gradient. So if I click into this now, and we hit G, I should be able to go right in the center here, make a gradient out to the edges. We'll do it right there. Just like that. I think it's a little too much, actually. I'll go like right there, maybe. No, it's definitely not enough. And somewhere like there. There we go. Okay, and then when we go here, oh, because it's linear. We got to go here, click on this, and then change this to radial, except I think I'm going to make it elliptical for this one. And then my idea is that I wish I could make it like a weird oblong shape here, but I don't know. Oh, conical's not it. Bitmap is probably it, but I don't know what bitmap is. Okay. Good option. That's not it. It's not it. Control. Yep, and then we do that to bring that in. Just like that. Good. So looking. That is looking pretty good. Let's make this a little longer here. Okay, and then from the center, I'm going to choose a, well, we could just do that actually too. something like that. And then I want this to be a much lighter color, so this, and then we'll just take it back like 3 on the lightness scale, just so it shows just hardly. And then oh, it changed it to a solid fill. That's a pain. I really hope it didn't. Did it reset it? I really hope it didn't. Gradient. Fuck. Okay, that's a pain. It's a humongous pain, but it's okay. We'll get over it, right, boys? I said, right, boys? Okay. I actually think I am just going to make that. Well, yeah, we'll do elliptical. And then I'll bring this in. God damn, I keep doing that. I'll bring this in, control, like right about there. Yeah, that looks looking good. I mean, the color's atrocious, but the blend is nice, at least, I think. A little something like this. Anyway, so I'm going to do this, and this is going to be, we'll do this color right there. And then the ends are going to be this color, but a teensy bit darker. That's what I was trying to do beforehand. So we'll do 70. There, so then that shows like that. And then if we zoom out, it's not a lot, but it should add, oh, that looks not fantastic. Let's, I think, oh yeah, that's part of the problem. This should be a little more like that for sure. You know what? I'm just going to do a circle. I'm just going to do a circle. Not for the pointer. For this, we're going to change this to radial. So then we've got a perfect circle here. And then we're going to bring this back like here. Because we want this to look a little bit like that. Okay. Yeah, I think that's solid. And then if we zoom out, yeah. And that just makes it look a little more 3D pyramidal. You guys see that, right? It looks a little 3D, because it looks 3D to me. At least it looks 3D enough. Okay, cool, cool. So now we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and group this, and then Command-Shift-P. We're going to anchor to the page, do this, and we want it to shoot that way, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4 layers, so we want to make it 4 times as long. Well, I mean, that's just 200. But usually you can just do math right in there, which is cool. Okay, now that's 4 tings. 4 tings long. Oopsie, it's not what I want to press. B. Move that over. It should snap. I am concerned. Okay. Command copy that. And do a little bit of that. There we go. Yeah, that doesn't look right. Okay, I'm going to do it this way then. We're going to make a new shape. We're going to do this. Get rid of that. There we go, nice. And then we'll do a 50 by 50 box B and just use that. So it's definitely not the best way to do this, but I'm doing it. Okay. Okay. Look, Ma, I made a thing. Boom. And boom goes the dynamite. Okay, cool. So now I'm just going to duplicate this, scoot it over, duplicate, duplicate. Except it did not do that right. This one should be centered more. Oh, it doesn't want to snap correctly. That's a problem. Why is that? Oh, por supuesto. It's because it's just ever so slightly not 50 by 50. Yeah, so yeah, that shouldn't mess with it too much though. Okay. Do that, and then wunderbar. Okay, I'll take these and delete those, don't need those no more. Okay, here's our sprite sheet, and I'm gonna go ahead and animate these. Super easy. This is actually, yeah, not difficult whatsoever. So all I'm doing is taking these colors and rotating them. So on the outside we get whatever was in the center. Okay, like that. Then we get that one, we get this color, and we get whatever was on the outside, because they're moving conceptually forward. We get this color, and then finally for this one we get where are you? This color. Okay, so then it kind of looks like all the colors have shifted forward. And when we play this throughout the whole loop, it's going to look like it's interesting. I don't know. You saw it in the other stuff. It looks pretty interesting. I think so, at least. At least. Okay. So again, do this. For the outside, we grab whatever's on the inside there. And this one, grab. Did I just fuck up already? No, yeah, I'm stupid. I don't know why I keep forgetting this. Do that, do this, do this, and do that. And then for the center one, we do this one. Okay. And then for the final bad boy here, that's right? This, outside, inside. Yeah, okay, cool. And then for this one, we do a very similar process. This, whatever's on the outside, or I'm sorry, whatever's on the center here. Okay, here. And then finally, oopsies, this one, and then we go to the darkest. Okay. Okay, just make sure I did this correctly. So we've got this guy coming there, right there. Then he goes in the center, and this one goes there. He goes on the outside, goes there. Okay, and we've got light outside of the darker, the whole schmeggle. That looks good. Oh, you hate the kisses, huh? You hate the kisses, huh? Pug love, a little bit of pug love. Yeah, just relax, just sleepies, baby. Okay, so that's it. So what we'll do, I'll save this in, I have a separate file for the affinity files that I save these to. They're a little bigger. It's just like saving PSDs are a little bigger, and there's no reason to have them in your project files. I actually have not uploaded this to GitHub in a while, and I definitely should. It's going to be private, but I want to be smart about keeping this on GitHub. Anyway, so this is going to be pointer. Save it there. And then we're going to export it as a PNG. Exactly, it is presets, PNG, bilinear, export, images, dreams, and we'll call this just dream pointer. And so the trope's getting a little old, folks. Okay, we're going to change type here. This is when it all comes together, folks. It's wonderful to animated sprite. Okay, and then we're going to go. Oh, sorry, baby. Don't struggle. Suck it. At 4 frames. Not bad. Not bad at all. I like that a lot. Okay. And then we want this to be playing, of course. And then I think I found that 10 FPS is what I like. I think that looks pretty cool. I don't know about you guys. Okay, now let's see if the rotation is correct. Well, that's not good. Oh no, it is good. So that's why. It looks like it's orbiting the planet now. That's interesting. We want to, I mean, I think all I'll do is just save it differently. Oh, that'd be a huge pain. It's not actually a huge pain whatsoever. But what we need to do, let's see if this will work. If I do this, is it going to rotate everything? Yeah, it is. Okay. We need everything to be rotated 45 degrees. Sorry, 90 degrees. Okay. Yeah, there's several workarounds besides this, but realistically, I'm just going to do it this way because it's simple. Oh, I shouldn't have done that because now every time I do that, I'm going to have to rename it, replace. Okay, and hopefully Godot. Okay, cool. Why is that should not be so? Cool, dude. Not cold, dude. Well, we'll see. We'll see. It's probably not going to be something that's extraordinarily obvious. Okay, but for that one, we're just going to multiply it times. Look at negative, negative, and there we go. Nope, why is that not working? That one should have worked. Okay, well, there's a few things I want to fix here, so I'm going to do those. Let's grab all these ones. Let's see if we can go rotate, transform, flip horizontal. That shouldn't make a big difference. But what is weird is like, so these ones are technically in the frame of this one, which is interesting to me. And it's that way for all of them. So I'm going to go Command-Shift-P, and I'm going to make this like, let's say, I want to add 2 pixels per, and there's 4, so let's make this 208. Okay. Okay. Now you can see that has done it. So now if we take all these guys, go 1 pixel that way, 1 pixel that way, pixel that way. That should have worked, but it absolutely did not. Don't quite know why. Okay, well, let's, okay, so the total width of the page now is 208 pixels. Oh, because we need to move it 2, okay. And then I guess we move the whole thing over 1 pixel. Yeah, okay, now we save, Command-Shift-Save. G by linear, frame pointer, yes. That's unarguably worse. I mean, it's working. Why is it moving though? That doesn't make any sense, does it? I've never had quite so many problems. It should still be 4 frames. I mean, maybe I just need to... Okay. Let's add these frames again. It doesn't look like it should... Okay, cool. That was really weird. Oh, yes. Okay, that makes sense, actually. Makes a lot of sense. I could actually make it Bob, but I feel like that's some very plush stuff. But yeah, there we go. Now we got a pointer that shows us where we're going to go ahead and launch our next attack. So yeah, that's about it. Okay. Hello. What's going on, everybody? Sorry I haven't been looking at the chat. Owl louder. Do you use GitHub for image files or just normal Git content? I do put my image files on GitHub. I don't know if I'm using GitHub correctly. I just started using it like 2 months ago. So I was really just using like iCloud. And so yeah, so now I'm starting to figure out GitHub, doing some cool readmes, figuring out how to do the git ignore correctly. I like your advice about starting with easier projects instead of survival game. I'm going to make top-down space shooter. Progress you made is huge. Oh, thanks, dude. Also glad that you took that advice. I think that's cool. Top-down space shooter, probably one of the best things to do because there's not as it's you're flying, so it's very easy to make movement. And then you're shooting stuff, which is just fun to make bullets. And then that involved, you want to figure out particle systems. You want to figure out a lot of how movement works. Yeah, I think top-down space shooter is probably one of the best starter projects you can do. But anyway, so here's this now. When you do this, and you control this with your input, and then of course now we're going to make a bullet and shooting function, and we're going to make that happen. Okay. So for every time you get a power up, you're going to have 3 shots. So we're going to say var shots equals 3 to start off with. And then when we shoot, we're going to put, well, here this should be shooting. And then we'll call shooting in physics process. Okay. Because we want this to monitor for input as well. So we're going to say if input dot is just pressed UI attack. Okay, say pass. Now I also want to say can shoot. So I'm going to have to add a timer here. I'm going to set this as a 1 shot. I'm going to set this to 0.1 seconds, and I'm going to set this to physics process. There we go. This is going to be the shoot timer. We're going to snag that right here. Okay. Hop back down here. Oh yeah, and then I also need to make a new variable. Var can underscore shoot. And then this is going to be a boo. Don't get too scared. A Boolean value, which equals true by default. Then we're going to say and can shoot. And can shoot. Okay. Then essentially we're going to write our shoot code here. But the first thing I'm going to do is write shoot timer dot start. We're gonna write can underscore shoot equals false. Connect the timeout function. This is how you make a basic like how to limit how many times somebody can shoot. It's just like that, and then we'll go here and we'll say can shoot equals true. So essentially you can't press this more than once every, or 10 times a second. I might change that, but it's as easy as changing the time on this timer. And then of course you can do that from code if you'd like as well. Okay, shooting. I'm gonna connect these with 1 space instead of 2 because they're similar functions. That's how I do it. If input actually and can shoot, okay. Essentially you'll only be able to press this button twice. Now, there is quite a few things I want to do here. For one thing, I want it to essentially make it seem like these rings are kind of your ammo. You've got 3 shots and 6 rings, so you're going to lose 2 rings every shot. And all I'm going to do is hide them. So I'll hide, oh, that actually might be problematic. No, it won't. We'll, ring 1, ring 2. See that? You can't see anything. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I think that should work out. We'll do it. I'm just basically gonna say pick 2 random rings and hide them each time we shoot. Yeah, and then once 3 are done, no longer gonna be able to shoot. Okay, so shooting if input is and can shoot, and shots is greater than or equal to, or we could just say greater than 0. Yeah, there we go. And shots is greater than 0. So all these things have to be true. One, obviously, you have to press the shoot button. Two, this is your cooldown time for your shots. And then 3 shots, you have to have at least shots. Now we're also going to do a physics process here. Okay, I want to make a die function. Yeah, I'm going to make a die function. So I'm going to put this at the bottom. Okay. Okay, this. Function die. And then here we'll say queue free. And then this will say die instead. And the reason I'll do that is so that I can add some like animations within here before I queue free. And then what I actually probably end up doing is tweening it down. And then so die will actually call it tween, and then we'll die on tween all completed or whatever. If you know what I'm talking about, great. Okay. So now I think what I'm going to do, because you can only do this 3 times. I'm wondering when I should kill it, but okay, for right now, so this is cool. Because I have this array of rings. So this is all the rings that are floating around here, right? And I can randomly select 2 from the list, I believe. Let's do, okay, so Godot. I can't shuffle the list though. That's the thing. Godot array random. Okay. How do I pick a random element from an array? So I have an array where blah blah blah. Okay, var array equals 1 2 3 var random rand I. Okay, I don't think I have a, yeah, I don't have a ready function. Function ready, randomize, just like that. And then we're going to do this. Instead of a shoot timer, I might do something different. We'll see. But I am going to put this down here. So item equals I think what I'm going to have to do is actually make a second array here. Yeah, I'm going to have to make a copy of the rings array. See here. I want to know how I can pass values not by reference but by value. Blah blah blah. Since all objects that you create via script are nodes, you can use node.duplicate. It will return. When was this posted? 2017. As for the data structures, oh fuck, that's what I want. If there's no copy method embedded on it, I think you'd have to create a function yourself. Most of the basics data structures have a very straightforward copy mechanism. Anyway. That's crazy. There's actually like not a way to copy an array in Godot, so I guess this is how you do it. Both of these ways work, but they're both like pretty sketch. New methods in array and dictionary can be used for duplication. Oh, hell yeah. Okay. There you go, array.duplicate. What does deep mean? If deep is true, a deep copy is performed. All nested arrays and dictionaries are duplicated and will not be shared with the original array. Okay, so we're just going to say array.duplicate, and I'm just going to say true just to be safe. So I'm also going to say on ready var shoot underscore rings equals rings dot duplicate and then true. Okay, and I don't think that should really matter for me. So essentially, we're going to make a copy of rings. These are going to be called shoot rings. You call them ammo, whatever. I know it's a horrendous name. And the idea is that right here, we're going to make 2 of those rings disappear. And the way I thought of to do that requires that we remove, you're going to have to remove some of these, or we'd have to make another list. So I'm going to say, what was that? Whatever. Okay, so I'm going to say right here, for ring in range 2, print height. Okay, just to make sure I know what I'm doing. Why that not work? Oh, because that's the attack button is I. Okay, cool. So that's doing it twice, exactly what I wanted, just making sure I wasn't doing it 3 times. Okay, so what do we want here? We want it to randomly select 2 of these rings from the list, hide them. Do I want it random? I guess it doesn't need to be random. We'll see what if it doesn't look good non-random, then we'll make it random. But so I'm going to do ring in range 2, rings. We'll do shoot rings 1. We'll do this. Var I need to make it a variable now. I'll just do shoot rings. Okay. Shoot rings dot 1 dot hide, and then we'll say shoot rings 1. I technically should make this a variable, but whatever. Dot. We don't want it to queue free. Shoot rings dot remove. I think it's remove in here. Erase. Okay, we'll do it this way then. Var ring to remove equals shoot rings like that. Okay, and then we'll do ring to remove dot hide, and then we're gonna go shoot rings dot erase ring to remove. Okay, so now what should happen is that every time we hit the shoot button, invalid get index. Oh, I'm stupid. This needs to be 0. Dude, that's crazy that I do that. Okay. Cool. Awesome seeing someone streaming Godot development. I feel like Godot streamers are a bit lacking. Oh yeah, dude. I mean, it's crazy to me how popular Unity still is, given how many dope free options out there. I mean, just looking at both Unity and Godot, I prefer Godot. And considering that most people starting in game development don't know how to code, it's crazy that they're like, yeah, let me go hop into that C# program. Like, no, bro, use the syntax here is, this is easier than Python. It's and look at the color coding. I mean, it's so friendly. But yeah, anyway, I totally agree. It's a freaking great engine. Godot. Okay. Let's see. So shoot timer, can shoot equals true for ring and range 2. So we're doing this, we're removing 2 rings when we shoot, that's our ammo. And I also want to go ahead and check how many shots do we have left. Shots equals 3. We actually don't even need to do, we don't even need this variable shots, actually. Yeah, because, yeah, we're literally, that's funny. Do this. I'm going to use the actual number of rings there. So what we'll do here, oh, I didn't even subtract shots, hilariously. But so when we're doing this, we're removing the rings, 2 rings, and we can only do this so many times. We can check if shoot rings pass. Sorry. So this should be if not shoot rings. So basically, if the list is empty, which it will be after we erase all these, then we're going to say print die. Or I mean, there's no point in printing. I'm just going to call die here. Oh yeah, I 100% agree. I think Godot is way more intuitive. I think the whole layout, the structure. I mean, there are a few things that like hung me up for a while, but the thing about Godot that's great is that once you start to understand a basic concept, it applies throughout Godot. Like once you understand how to instantiate something and make a node, or how to, you know, add something and make a scene, you really start to really understand how to do tons of different things through that, because it's all based on the same principles. Whereas Unity, I feel like, is kind of all over the place. One thing doesn't necessarily correlate to the other. I don't know if I'm saying that clearly, but all right, let's see here. Doom, doom, doom. There we go. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. So essentially, when you run out of bullets, the thing dies, but you can also die if we time out and Good Dream ends. So now I'm going to go ahead and make a very, very, very simple, quick death animation. So to do this, I'm going to add a tween node. Love these little rings. Try not to cuss. Call it death tween. And oh, my dog just ripped some gnarly ass, y'all. I always do that. On ready bar, death tween equals death tween. Okay. There we go. We'll do that. I really totally could have queued these free. I don't even need to make a duplicate list, do I? No, we couldn't have queued them free. Well, yeah, okay, I do have to. Because the way I'm doing this is that for ring... Oh, no, no, no. Oh, yes. That might... Yeah, okay, I remember why. It's because the way I'm rotating the rings is relatively programmatic, and I'm iterating over the list of rings, so if you moved them, we might switch the direction that one is rotating. Yeah, I think that sounds about right. Well, negative, positive, negative rotation. So if you remove the first 2, this one should still be negative, but I don't know. I feel like this works. It's not hurting anybody. And yeah, I'll clean stuff up once I finish this game. Did you program in, or what language did you program before you got into it? Just wondering. I'm assuming it's C# if you went into Unity first, but I don't know. Shame. Christopher Martinson. Okay, so when we call die, we want this to happen. So we want to set yeah, I'll just do self dot, I don't even do that, scale equals vector 2 dot 2 modulate equals color. What is it already? We'll just double it. we'll do times equals 2. That might work. And then I don't want to queue free, but instead, well, for one thing, I'm going to connect the def tween all completed, connect. And then here as well, where I will call queue free. At the end of this tween, whatever, just queue free. Okay, and now we're gonna go ahead and start up the tween here. So we're gonna say def tween dot interpolate property object. What are we gonna interpolate? We're gonna interpolate ourself, and we're gonna interpolate the. Well, I'm basically doing the exact same thing I'm doing right here. I'm just kind of blasting some music. Oh, I even named it def tween in the other class, so I can do that. Oh, Java. Nice, dude. That's probably a pretty valuable language to have. I've wanted to learn Java myself. Did you, so only Java, so I'm assuming that's your first language. Oh, really? Interesting. Yeah, so what did you, I actually, ironically, I was a microbiology major, and now I'm going to med school. So I just happen to like teach myself how to code in Python because it's easy. What was your major? Don't mind me asking. It's definitely not optimized for mobile dev, but I feel like I've been designing an app for the phone, which is it's a controller for Godot games. So it's got like a thumbstick and buttons and stuff, and you play, and it connects to your computer wirelessly all through Godot, and I can play games using my phone as a controller. And I've got a stream on that if you want to see it working. But right now, because I have a free Apple developer account, I don't want to pay for it until I'm finished. It already expired on my phone, so I have to re-export it and stuff, and I don't really want to do that right now. Okay, so this should work. Whoa, that was big. That was very big. I think that scale is a little too much. So we'll set the scale. The glow is just about right. So let's set the scale to, it did definitely look, there we go. That's pretty cool. I like that. But let's just try 1.25. I think that looks very nice. I don't know why that looks so good, but it looks very good to me. I like that death animation dies relatively quickly. You know, no one's like, what happened there? You know what happened, okay? Godot doesn't seem to be optimized for mobile dev, though. Oh, it's NS. Let's go to NS. Yeah, and like I feel like you could get most simple games done pretty easily in Godot. The other thing is it's getting better and better at it as it goes on. Like the entire reason right now I'm using Godot 3.2.4 beta instead of 3.2.3 is because of this setting right here. So go to project settings, general, and then where is it? Input devices, pointing, touch delay. Now, so for iOS. Oh yeah, I wonder if it's probably not on Android, but an iOS, at least for the iPhone, it automatically sets a touch delay of 0.15 seconds. And so like if you're touching a button, there's a notable, I mean, I'm surprised at 0.15, maybe it's bigger in 3.23, but there's a very obvious delay between when you press the button on your phone and between when it actually does something. So if you set touch delay equal, well, I just set it to 0. Some people put it to like 0.0001. I'm like, why not put it to 0 and just tell the program to do its best, which is essentially what it's doing. It's obviously not 0. And oopsies, I don't care about that. And yeah, I think that vastly improves the performance of things where I'm like, oh, this game is not performing, but it's actually just that feature that for some reason they put as a default. Hey, I'm trying to make a multiplayer mobile game using Godot plus C#. Challenging though. Dude, I haven't done a tutorial on it. It is confusing because there's like basically no tutorials on it, and the only guy I found is like, I don't know, made something weird. But you should, here, I'll show you. If you go to my GitHub, I've basically done that, but slightly differently than you probably want to. That's not GitHub. So if you go to my GitHub and go to me and go to Godot gamepad right here, I didn't know it's not recommended to use GLX3 on mobile. But yeah, so if you go into here on my GitHub, and the link for my GitHub is in on my channel page, you can see here that I've actually made it into a plugin. But so I've got a client, so it connects to my phone via, I'm using Godot's multiplayer. So if we go to add-ons gamepad, networking, server, you can see basically I'm creating, this will show you how I create a server and search for players, and anybody who's on the Wi-Fi network can join. So I have this, and then I'm using UDP broadcast. So, because I thought it was annoying that you'd have to put in the IP address to, like you basically have to find out what your IP address is and then send it to all the people. So I was able, through only Godot's stuff, I was able to make a system that locates what your IP address is, then broadcasts it on a port for a certain amount of time, and then anybody else who's using the app can then click on that, or basically just say search for host or whatever, and then everybody on the same Wi-Fi network will connect automatically. It's pretty cool, pretty cool. So yeah, go check that out if you want to look at that code. It's a little different than how you'd make an actual game like that, but very similar. You've got a server side, and then if you go over back here to the gamepad client, and then look at is it joint server? Maybe it's UDP broadcast and then gamepad. But yeah, if you do both of those things, that will help you a lot. I'm actually not sure what a major is. We don't use that term in Norway, but my degree was computer engineer. We took major is the same as your degree. But I guess, like if your degree is computer engineering, until you earn the degree, you would say, in the US at least, you'd say that you're majoring in computer engineering. And then once you get the degree, you'd say you are a computer engineer. That's how it works in the US at least. Multiplayer game on Google Play Store using GDScript. Godot server and client. It works great, but a lot of tweaking needed. Thanks, man. Thanks, both you guys. Yeah. I've been thinking very heavily about making a multiplayer. There actually is there's a dude who makes a pretty decent Godot multiplayer like how-to thing, but he just doesn't have the search automatically for the IP address. So you could just steal that from my code, and it's registered on MIT license, so you're free to do that, and then just snag it and put it in the basic multiplayer format from his code, and bada bing, bada boom, you got multiplayer working. But yeah, if you search it, it should be one of the first ones out there. It's like a younger guy. Seems like he's like 13, which is, I think is impressive. I was not. I tried to program when I was 13. I used like not even visual scripting. It was like less than that. Anyway. Well, yeah, so I finished this. I just finished it? Well, okay, no, it doesn't shoot. It doesn't actually shoot things yet. Okay, so I'm going to actually make a bullet class for this. Oh, and they need to make animations for shooting. Ay, Dios mío, dude. Ay, Dios mío. ¿Todos adentro hablan español, eh? ¿O solamente mí? Yes, you did answer the question. That was great, yeah. But that's dope, that's cool. Let's see. I'm thinking to make a node server in AWS and communicate using TCP to website from Godot. Oh, you're trying to make a legit multiplayer, so that's not even local. That's... Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, you're trying to make a real multiplayer game. I was talking this is like local multiplayer. Yeah. Okay, so I guess using AWS. I was starting to dip my toes in there. I don't, like I said, I majored in microbiology. So I'm just like figuring this out from some dude on the internet, and it's kind of tough. But yeah, I figured out the basic UDP, TCP stuff, and then a little bit about how you might go about contacting. I mean, you would probably use HTTP requests instead of UDP requests, but maybe I just don't understand what the hell I'm talking about. So, okay, so now we're gonna make bullets that this thing is going to shoot. This actually, famous last words, should be much easier than that. We're just making a thing, and I'm gonna go ahead and add a animated sprite. And then for, where are we? For right now, I'm just going to add, let's do this. I'm gonna do frame, use sprite frames, add them, and then I'm just going to, I actually really like the pointer potentially being the bullet, so you shoot the pointer, but I was also just thinking stars. Yeah, we'll just make the pointer it, that's cool. Okay, select all frames. We'll do that. And then maybe I'll change the scale a little bit. So we'll do scale here, and we'll do the Y scale to 0.8, and the X scale here to 1.2. And so that'll make it look more like bullet link, I guess. Like much more like it's actually moving forward. And then I can make the transition from the other one to this. Nice. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, and then of course, set this to 10 as well. And then I'm gonna have it playing. And then I would also like to, yeah, we'll click in there. So we'll say cancel. Good dreams. And then what did I have the modulate here set to? Oh, 1.3, 1.2, 1.3. 3.2, 1.3. Okay, cool. Change this to good, that shouldn't be that. Good dream bullet. Yeah, okay. Save it right there. Okay. Now, the reason I adjusted the modulate, in case you guys don't know, un poquito, Enes, ¿dónde está? O ¿dónde eres? ¿De dónde eres? Yo debería decir. But I'm going to make dinner. Good luck. Thanks, Christopher. Okay, cool. Now, oh yeah, so the reason I did that was because, as you can see here, well, not this one, but so right here it's not glowing, but I've got a world environment that I've actually got as a auto load, so it's a global thing here. And so I can stick it in here, you can see now it's glowing. And so that's in the actual game, and that's why you see this doesn't look like it's glowing, but then I go into here, and now it's glowing, right? That's cool. Okay. Oh yeah, I also want to set this transform property back to 0, so that way it spawns correctly when I use it. Okay, so now I've got this. Now all I'm going to do is add an area, 2D, and of course to that a collision shape, not collision polygon, but a collision shape. And then I'm going to make this, I think I'll make it a capsule shape, that's fine. Okay. Okay, and then I would like this to be rotated. I guess we could just take the whole area 2D. Rotate it. That's weird. Do we do that in here then? Radius, height, custom solver. Oh, there. Yeah, we'll do that right there. Okay, and then I want this to be wider. Why is it not? Yeah, I want this to be wider, but not much longer. And that's because, yeah, actually I should probably just use a circle. It's weird. I didn't change the scale at all. Why is it? Oh, no, I don't need to do this. That's sick. Something's going on there. Add a new one. When in doubt, just buy a new one. It still looks funky, but that's... Oh, did I not change it here? Nope, that's all normal. Oh, because the scale of the entire thing is adjusted. Is there not like a self scale? I know there's a self modulate. I guess there's not. Well, here, then I'll do this. I will. Mixing root. And then, yeah, so then this will be a child of the area 2D. And then, yeah, so that one will be adjusted. And then we'll change the Z index on this bad boy so we can see it. And then, yeah, I'll do something like that. And so the reason I want this is so that it actually looks like it's like actually punching or puncturing into something before I make it blow up in the animation. And so now we'll go ahead and add, so this should be animated sprite. Okay, and this should be good. Okay, save. I'm gonna go ahead and add a script here. Is it in the correct place? Yes, it is. Okay. Now, yeah, all we're gonna do here. Well, I want to add this. We're gonna connect our own area entered signal. Yep. And we're also going to add our own body entered signal. Okay. We're gonna say, oh yeah. So let's actually affect the collision layers that we're on. Collision. What layer are we? I guess I don't really want to be on the good rooms layer. I gotta make a new layer for this. So project settings, 2D physics. We're gonna call this good underscore dream underscore bullet. Cool. Okay. Whoop, 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 whoop. There we go. I didn't see it there, so I'm gonna go back in here. Okay, so it's there. Probably just take some time to update it, I guess. There we go. Okay. Commands. Pointer better. Okay, so now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is then, okay, so what can this collide with? This is what layer does it exist on? This is what can it hit? We can hit the ground, ceiling, walls, and bad dreams. Yeah, for right now, at least that's right. I think I might be adding more than just like bad dreams. There's gonna be like I don't know. There's gonna be more stuff than just bad dreams. I'm expanding upon the scope. Hopefully scope tree, actually let's check how much time I got here. 4 days, 10 hours. Yeah, I don't think I'm in terrible shape here with basically 5 days, well the rest of today and then 4 days remaining. And I've basically got the character entirely working. There's basically no more functionality I need to add, just like some tweaking to make it where I'd want. Oh, parrying. I need to figure out parrying. But the game would be playable right now. Well, it's not playable right now, but with the character, if I made enemies, the game would be playable. So that's definitely very much so. I will have a finished product almost for sure within this time limit. It might not be exactly what I wanted, but you know, at least I'm going to finish, I think. So cool. Okay, so all I'm going to do is tell this thing to move. Because it's the Area 2D, we don't have move and slide. So the way we do this is just function physics process, and then we do glow position plus equals we'll say global position dot x plus equals I wonder what. Okay, so Perry's velocity. My max velocity here is 500. Probably want it going about 1,000. So we'll say 1,000. Wait, but that's times delta. But I could easily do that. Here, so we'll do this. So we'll say times delta. So delta is 0.1667, representing your frame rate. So that way, if your frame rate slows down, this number will slow down accordingly. It just makes it proportional to your frame rate. I really need some water. I'm gonna go grab some water real quick. I'll be back in like 10 seconds. Oh no, you guys, my poor baby's gonna be so upset. Okay, I'll just take you. I'll just take you. I'm back. Did I lose anybody? Not yet. I call that a success. Okay, cool. So we are doing all right. So right now this will move, and then x. I want to move it rotated rotation, not just global position.x. So I could just do, I think, position.x plus equals. Yeah. Let's just do this. So we'll do this with a vector. Can we add a vector? Yeah, let's see though. So vector 2, 0, like that. Is that gonna work? So that does work. We go rotated rotation. So that way, like if we're rotated this way, or like, you know, completely the other way, we'll go this way and not just go backwards like that. We'll go in the x direction, but make sure the x direction is rotated toward what we're looking at. All right, see ya, Ennis. Thanks for popping by. I should probably put this not next to something I'm going to be hitting with my hand consistently. Okay. Okay. So this will move, and we just need to kill it now, essentially. So function die, common theme here, and for right now, we'll queue free. So area entered, and these signals are only going to be triggered by these ones. So we're going to say if value equals, why is it not working? Value equals 2, 4, or 8. Dot collision layer. So here we can say if body dot collision underscore layer equals, and then we can make an array here, 2, 4, 8. And essentially the reason we make the array is so we don't have to go collision layer equals this, or collision layer equals this, or collision layer equals this. So we can just do that. So yeah, so say basically if the collision layer is in this list, oh, is it in? Yeah, well, I mean, we'll see in 10 seconds. Okay. Say print die. Okay, and then we'll call die. Actually, for right now, I guess we'll stick this right here. Okay, save that. Now what we'll do in this one is we'll say, that's how you'd make a basic bullet var dream bullet equals preload good dream bullet. See, okay, and then call shooting, and here oh yeah, because we're gonna, okay, so this is dope. So we're gonna say var bullet equals dream bullet dot instance. Then we're gonna say bullet dot global position equals pointer dot global position, and then we're going to say bullet dot rotation equals pointer dot rotation, and then we're just going to say add underscore child, and then we'll say bullet. Okay, so essentially when we press the shoot button, we're going to make an instance of the bullet. We're going to set its goal position and rotation to equal our pointer, and then we're going to actually add it, and then it should just travel. So let's see here. Uh-oh. Oh no. Okay, let's do this. Is it going too fast? Definitely did not look like it worked. Uh-oh. A little bit of lag. This shouldn't be possible because there's 64 gigabytes of RAM on this freaking computer. But okay. At function shoot timer timeout. Delta is never used here. Oh, that is why. Times delta. Okay, that's important. Okay, error is never used in the function. That's fine. We'll fix that in a second. The argument delta is never used here. We are not going to use it there. The local variable ring is declared but never used in the block. Something like that for I, because that's programmatically correct. And I don't see it. Very, 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 very odd. So it's shooting. So I'm pressing the shoot and this is happening. But it doesn't seem to be doing this. Let's do this. Let's do bullet dot goal position equals self dot goal position. Okay, now I think I know what's going on. Okay, let's do this. Do this. Take the transform back to 0 here. That's not what I'm going to do. Okay, this is the actual scene here. Oh. Why is he still going too? That's a problem. That's not good. Why is this not spawning? Let's make this like 10. Okay, well at least now it's spawning. Okay. I guess we just do minus equals. I don't know why, but okay. Yeah, so 1,000 seems about right. So I don't know why that was not showing up before. I want it faster than that, for sure. For sure. Not, I think maybe even 10-fold faster. So here we'll say, to fix that from happening, first of all, I need to quit that. Okay, so here I'm going to say if shoot rings. Sorry I'm not being very vocal. Figured no one's watching me anymore. So essentially what I'm doing right here is that I'm making a check. There we go. Because what happened there is that we were out of rings and we tried to do this. So I'm only going to be able to basically do this if shoot rings. So that way we can't shoot again. If we just spam it, it won't crash the game there. So it was working here, which is interesting to me. That's about the speed I'd want to go, probably. Maybe half that speed. So it's 10,000. Let's do 5,000. Or, yeah, 5,000. Okay. But I couldn't tell you why exactly it is. Let's instead just try and do, instead of to, where is it? Where's shooting? Shooting, yeah. Well, let's try and do this to bullet that goal position equals dot. No, bullet to goal position equals pointer to goal position. That's exactly how it should work. Why does that not work here? If anybody knows, please feel free to let me know. But I'm pretty sure that's how I've done it in the past. Let's just go ahead and check. So I've got quite a few files of Godot projects here. So we can go Black Body Project. This is a really cool game on my itch if you want to check it out. Black Body Godot files. I think I had a missile. Well, here, for one thing, let's go into the player. And then, oh, look, I got player missile. Okay, player missile. I go open with text edit. Oh, this is player ship, not player missile. But that's okay, because we're going to look at the shoot function. So shooting, if input action is do I shoot and goals was count. Okay, so that's how I did this one. Scanner plus equals 1. Number, spawn missile, okay, number, hashtag, var missile equals missile instance, get parent to add child missile. Oh, I'm get parent, okay, that is almost certainly it. Okay, get underscore parent dot add child missile. There we go. Because it's moving on global coordinates, not local coordinates. That's why we need to do that. I think that's the only other thing where that matters at the current moment. But hopefully now I can run this, and then when we go and get the power up here, I can shoot it. Fudge! Oh, I saw something though. Maybe that's just because it's moving too fast. Nope, that should be an absolutely appropriate speed. Yes, it should. Oh, you know what? Okay, so it's because we're also adding the dream thing. Good dreams. Parry, okay. On good dream timer timeout, emit signal, good dream ended. No, this one. On good dream open. Good dream turned dot stop. Good dream opened. Var charging animation instance. Okay, so we're gonna say. I mean, I should be able to do just add child. Oh, and then in this, I would have to say get parent dot get parent, which is kind of a pain. So I guess what I'll do then is just this. I'll say. Get underscore parent dot add child, but now I have to do Charging animation dot global position equals self global position. Okay. Hell yeah. And it looks like it is. I don't know why it's not canceling there. Is it not telling it when it dies? Yes, this is communicating nothing when it dies. So that's why that is a thing. So do I have any signals here? Nope, perfect. Okay, so we're gonna open up, make a new signal here. This is gonna be signal. Dream, call it dream state. We'll just say good dream over. Good dream ended. Okay, so we're gonna make that signal, and then on death, when we die, or at least right here, we're going to call emit signal, good dream ended, okay? Just like that, and then when we spawn ourself, we're gonna need to connect this to that. So okay, and then right here when we're spawning it, I'm going to connect that signal. So I'm going to say, wait. Oh yeah, because we want to do that as a backup. Okay, yeah, so we're going to have good dream turned on, good dream ended. Oh, so we've already got that. Could be confusing because now we have a function over here, good dream ended, die. So I think I'm going to make this timer underscore good dream ended. And then if I do that, then I have to go back into Parry and change this to that. Okay. And then I'll leave that signal the same. That should, no, I actually think I'm going to have to change the signal too. So we'll change that to timer good dream ended. Go to those signals. Timer good dream ended. Okay. I wonder if I could connect. I could just connect that signal to that. But no, we want that because we want this here because we want to be able to do that. Anyway, okay, so then when we do this, we're also going to do charging animation dot connect. Its signal, which is just good dream ended, to us now. Connect good dream ended to self, and then what's the function name? We'll say underscore on good dream ended. Okay. And then here, function that. Okay. If I'm losing you, this will not be too much longer here. We're gonna say good dream opened equals false. Why is it called good dream opened though? We'll say good dream state. So I'm going to change those because I don't like that. So good dream opened to good dream state. Okay. So that should still all work. So now we have good dream state equal to true when we enter the good dream state. Cool. This does this. It's going to connect the good dream ended signal from that to self on good dream ended right here. I guess we could just connect it to this on good dream timer timeout. We could do that, and then we don't have to have two functions. Yeah, that would actually work. And then we should just be able to do this. And then now, I really want to stop wherever this is printing. I don't know where it's printing. There we go. Okay. Wrong one. That's not good. Okay, so now, let's see. That's very not good. I don't know why that's happening. Oh, yeah, there we go. It's gonna give us some errors here. Argument errors, name is different area entered, that's okay. Good dream ended, timer good dream ended is declared but never admitted. Ah, there we go. That's important. Okay, the function connect returns a value, blah, blah, blah. The argument delta is never used. So it's level. Yeah, we don't need that. This is not going to exist soon. Yep, there we go. So, and this is good dream. So good dream opened is the signal, but that's no longer what we're using. So on Parry, we're connecting timer good dream ended. That. Good dreams should be this one, I think. I'm getting a little lost in the sauce right now, I'll be honest. This is real heavy, and I'm already forgetting what I had done back then. So let's see. Fudge. Okay. Why are these areas? Okay, just so that I don't. Okay. Connect. Good dream opened is declared but never admitted. Good dream opened. So this is on Parry. Signal. Why is that up there? Also, it should be. I'm so confused right now. I need to just like actually think about this for a second, which is a problem. I shouldn't have changed the name of that signal. Okay, so timer, good dream open. So we got this good dream. It's floating around here. Okay, hitbox area entered. If not connected in health, this equals 0. Connected equals true. Connect good dream opened. Area.getParent on good dream opened. So this is a problem right there. So the signal here, signal timer good dream ended. I'm an idiot. No. Okay, we should do this. So we'll keep this where it was, on good dream opened. And then there is no good dream opened in Parry. Okay, so when it's destroyed, it connects that signal. On good dream opened. Oh, because we made this on good dream state. Well, this should be on good dream opened. Okay. So let's do a quick place all, just that one. Okay. So now we've got this. So we've got the signal on good dream opened. Okay. So good dream opened. We're going to emit the signal good dream opened from good dreams when we destroy the good dreams. And then that signal is going to bing over to Parry, and we're going to trigger this function, good dream opened, because we've just blown open a good dream timer.start, blah, 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 do all this stuff. Then we're going to connect these two signals. Connect timer, good dream ended, charging animation on timer, dream ended. Okay, and then this should be a function on good dreams charging, but I don't think it is. On timer, good dream ended. Nice, okay. So that way I can separate those two. So that basically if the timer ends it, then We know that that's what caused that. Okay. Now in Parry, we've got one more thing. Charging animation not connect. So we're connecting its signal, good dream ended. Good dream ended to our function on good dream ended right there. And then we've got finally, we emit that signal when we die on good dream ended. Okay. Whew, that was a doozy, y'all. Why? Yeah, I'm gonna figure this out and then take a break. This is murdering my beehole. Emit signal, air calling method on good dream open, can be on good dream open, method not found. Parry. Oh, this needs to be score on good dream opened. Oopsies. Yes, okay. Lit. Where is it printing die from? Is that we still don't have this doing anything for me. Where is it printing die from here? Right there. Okay, so this is in the bullet. Right now we don't have the bullet doing anything cool when it dies. But I think that should be easy enough that I can knock out before I have to take a break here and just do something before. Just to preserve my sanity, right, everybody? Like, you know, sometimes you're going, how long I've been streaming for? It doesn't tell me. That's fun. That's fun. That's really cool. Why would it say that? Let's blow everyone's bullet doing it. Okay, so that's lagging. Doesn't tell you how long. Okay, just over 2 hours. Not a bad stream. We got 55 people with an average of 6 minutes. That's what they tell me. They tell me that I have 55 total playbacks with an average of 6 minutes 30 seconds. All right. I scared my dog. With all that man. This is Boomba. Okay. She is a smelly lady and I love it. I love her stench. Okay, so these work. What do we want to do? I think there's a few things we want to do here, right? So if we go do this, we've got that and we can aim where we want. And the shooting functionality works. I think we want it, for one thing, to move a teensy bit slower. I think that's a little too fast. You don't even really get to see the thing. Good dream bullets. Right now it's 5,000. Let's do 2,500. Not 100. 25,000. Okay, there we go. Probably. I think that's a pretty good velocity for the bullet, especially given that we're going to add a trail to it. So well, first let's do this. Let's make sure I got all the trace files. Yeah, just 3. Okay, so we're going to add a trail. Particles. You know what? I don't even have to add a new one because I think it's going to be fine just using. So if we go to process material, the process material do load. Oopsies. Look. Okay, and we go to scenes, good dreams. I think I'm just going to use the exact. Oh, that's not. Wait, is that right? Yeah, good dreams.tres. Okay. Oh, because what? We don't have a texture? I gotta apply the freaking texture, dude. So I got animation going here. Yeah, animation is working. So we do have to apply a texture. So here we'll do dream. Oh, it's so hard. Life is so hard. Okay, stick this right here. Wow, beautiful. Okay, normal map. Normal map. Visibility, nope. Material. New canvas material. Okay. Slip right in here. Part automation on, true. Horizontal, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 4. And that should be all we need to do there. We can change the animation speed. It doesn't look like they're animating. They are certainly not animating. Oh, that's why. Loop. Okay, change it to 5. Are they animating in this? They are, but they're not going very fast, are they? Okay. Whatever, we'll give that a shot. Grid Dream Bullet. How fast are they going here? Why is it? That's interesting. But anyway, and then I think I would probably like to scale this down a little bit. So this is something you probably shouldn't do. I'm going to transform the entire thing so that way I don't have to mess with the process material, and then I can just reuse the same. Thanks, dude. But yeah, so I'm going to scale the entire thing down so that way I don't have to mess with the process material. That's only 0.75. We go to 0.5, 5.5. There we go. Now, local, the great thing about this is we can do this. So we want to do this like 12 maybe. And then local coordinates should be off. Go to drawing. Yep. So that is very cool. And now, oh, we want this to go behind it though. So we'll go to z-index -1 relative to parent. And there's the first little bit of sassafras we're going to do here. Oh yes, and we want to turn pre-process on. But bullet trails, the problem with bullet trails is that you have to reparent the trail if you want the trail to disappear. It really looks like they're sticking to the local coordinates. Oh, they are on. Okay. There we go. Wait, can you not shrink them now? No. Ah, no, you can't shrink them. That's the trade-off, huh? That's a pain. Anyway, so local coordinates makes it so that they are irrespective. That's obviously going to be an issue. 100. Godot could actually quite easily handle this on most operating systems. It's such a great... We actually don't want that at all. We'll go 12 here, and then I guess we'll do 0.3. Could set explosiveness to 0.12, and that might help us. But the other thing, obviously, is that it's just moving much too fast. We could also change the speed scale. Forget about that. Do that. We could actually just do this, so we can just quickly check it out. Yeah, so quite a few problems there, but if we doubled this to 24, change the lifetime to 2, okay, and then save that. Go here. How's that looking? That's good enough for me. Okay. Yeah, so the problem with this is obviously that the trail is disappearing, which is a big thing in Godot that happens. Your trails will disappear, and basically the only way to get around that. The other thing is that when we're doing this, I just picked my nose on stream. When we're doing this, like right when I grab into it, I'm smacking the attack button and I'm accidentally firing off a bolt, which I feel like would get pretty annoying. So I think I want to fix that right now. But after that, I mean, well, we don't have damage quite yet, but we are monitoring and we are monitorable. Okay, on Good Dream bullet area entered. Here we would also just call die. We're calling the same function for us, for the bullet. And then I guess we'll make a death animation. I think what I'd like to do here is get set underscore set deferred disabled true Okay, and then we'll say, I'm going to make a little variable here, say var moving pool equals true. If moving, move. Okay, and then when we do this, say moving equals false. Moving equals false. That will stop us from moving. This will set our collision shape so that it can't keep doing damage over and over and over and over again. And now I want to do some kind of death animation. Filtering set. So, I think what I want to do is kind of steal what I did here for the this animation. I really like the way this looks. I think if it just happened a little faster, we would be good. So I'm going to do this. Well, some iteration of this at least. So we're going to do this. We don't have anything called hit tween. So I'm going to add a tween. And I guess we'll call this death tween because it's only going to happen when we death tween. Place all. Okay. Come up here. On ready var death tween equals death tween. Cool. Come down here. So now it should stop yelling at us, please. Unexpected indentation. Okay, death tween doesn't turbulate properly, modulate. So we want it. Oh yeah, from our current to folding out. Yeah, I don't think that's what we want. I think so. We want to get rid of this, and we just want to do the scale thing. Okay, there we go. And then, so I want to do here is do set underscore modulate. Or no, we want to do modulate times equals 2. Yep. So that will make our modulate double, and we'll have a really intense glow before we go ahead and die here, before we run this. And then we're going to connect our death tween signal here. Tween all completed, bullet, and that is when we're going to call queue free. Right. Okay. So there's no pause here. I don't think there needs to be a pause. Well, here we can do. We'll see. So let's just go here. Pause. Oh, this is not going to die though. It's not hitting anything. Ah, that's a problem, is that it's also going to modulate. So then what I'm going to do here is do animated sprite dot modulate times that. Because I don't want it to modulate all of its particles as well, like crazy like that. I think that could go notably faster. In fact, we'll make this 1.15. You know, we'll just make that 0.1 seconds. Okay. That's cool. And then once we add a little bit of explosion now, I think that'll work. I want to, so this is Tween's Elastic ease in, easings.net, which is doing this. Do we want ease out? No, we want it at first. So like if I'm starting here at a large scale. This is going to end, so this is small, this is large. So it's going to spike upwards of the scale, or at least it should, but it doesn't seem like it's going to. So we'll do scale times 0. I'm sorry, not 0.125. 125, or just 1. And then we're going to end even smaller right there. It does not look to me like it's getting that small. Maybe that's just me. Maybe we could just do this. Vector 2. I don't think we need that. Scale 1.5. 1.5. And then this also looks to be a little bit much. Let's do 1.5 there. That looks pretty good to me, but let's do that again. Anyway. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. This actually, so what I'm about to do, thanks man, what I'm about to do, what is this thing? Aknakos. Thank you. You have been the good patron. Okay, so yeah, what I'm about to do could be a tutorial on itself. It's called reparenting. So essentially, as you can see, when I shoot these bullets and they hit the wall, the trail here that we're creating just disappears. Okay, and I was gonna do something different and not do this, but reparenting them is not too difficult. I still do want to do this because this allows this to look good, but we're gonna leave that as it is, and we're gonna reparent our particles 2D here. So if we go down to process material, yeah, okay, good, that's the same one. And so what I'll do here is I'll do unready var particles equals particles 2D, okay, and then I have to actually look this up here. Player missile deploy Marcel GD, open with text edit. And so I figured this out a while ago, but essentially we're going to take the trail and we're going to move it over to a new parent. So that way, yeah. So delete missile, trail.destroy. Oh, damn it. Trail.destroy. Self.remove child trail, get parent, add trail. Equals goal position. There we go. Okay. So all we're doing here, so I'll just call this trail to make my life easier so I can literally copy and paste this. And what we're going to do is start this and do this. So self.remove child trail, you can even just get rid of that. So remove child trail, get parent.add child trail, and then which is going to be the global parent. Trail.goal position equals self.goal position essentially. And so what this will do is make it so the trail will be reparented to the whole scene. Oh, we need to set emitting false. Trail dot set underscore emitting. I wonder if we can just do emitting equals false. Yeah, we can do that. Okay, and then I'm going to do this because we don't want it to keep emitting. I mean, I guess we could just do that right under here. Looks a little prettier, a little prettier. Anyways, right, click shape, so grabbing something, it's a little sketchy. Okay. And now it's gonna look pretty. So now what you'll see happen is that shoot this, the trail stays there for a second and then finishes its animation and it's done. It's cool. So what I would like to do is fix the actual trail now because it looks a little weird. So I'm gonna take off pre-process. It's so weird because I feel like there should be more particles spawning. Well, maybe if we set this to like 0.2 and then we did this. That's a little bit better. Let's set this to 0.3. Oh, I missed I wasn't pressing the attack button. That's not bad. I mean, I feel like I want a little more out of that, but that's not terrible at all. I do feel like these should have slightly more radial acceleration. Let's double it, see how that looks. It's also important for these guys. I think it looks actually very good for them. Okay. Oh, we're giving them, this should be 180. That's going to help as well. My little baby Joni's sitting by herself. Okay, bump, bump, bump. That looks pretty good. I feel like I want more out of that, but get what you get and don't throw a fit, right? We definitely don't want pre-process on. The lifetime is currently 2. I think if we shorten this, that's going to help considerably, especially because these guys are not going to be existing for 2 seconds. Oh, but oh no, yeah, okay, good. That's not going to affect. There you go. That's about right, I think. Feel free to share your opinions in the chat. Yeah, that's a good amount of there. And then I don't really need the speed scale to be quite that fast. I kind of actually don't like that. I want them to stick around for a wee bit. And then to get this, got the explosiveness. Lifetime is 1 second. We can shorten this. No, I don't want to shorten that. We'll do. do I have to make this more? Like, I don't know if that's the way to go. Let's make this 32. All right. Boom, 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 boom. So one more time, motherfucker. That's good enough. I'm spending way too much time on something so aesthetic at this point in development. I need to get moving. Yeah, so right now, I don't know. I'm feeling pretty pooped. I think I'm probably going to go ahead and call it, not all my development, but at least streaming for today, because I'll probably come back on later, but it's weird for me to stream 3 times in a day. I feel like you got to be bored of me by then. So yeah, I'll go ahead and stream again tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching. It has been awesome. This has been a wild, like 2-hour, 3-hour stream almost. And yeah, really, really cool. Beanie says bye as well.